Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
Oh, of course they did. Wait a minute, I can just walk it.
That's not a nice thing. Just
Okay, right, that guy touches him fucking oh no to me. I was about to fucking shit my pants and run. Hey there, Rune. You're mine now. 1 of 7, cool.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family. But an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
I already have a fair idea what I'm going to do. That's good to know, Granny. Stop with the crazy shit, please.
Granny, 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 come out with me and stay.
Yeah, pretty much all the outsider just told us was what we'd already found out from that journal on Granny Rags that came with the DLC, pretty much. Which is kind of whatever. I mean, even at the time, I said that it would... Yeah, it kind of told us nothing new. And that's okay, but it adds a bit of a backstory to Granny Rags there. But I mean, if the outsider shows up in her backyard and tells us to be careful, you know, I'm gonna listen to that fucker. And this is actually just Mark's birthday gift. Why there didn't go dark?
The gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that Slackjaw is the worst.
And there we have Slackjaw.
You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present.
I like the sound of another present.
Lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
I won't be nowhere near her. Get the fuck out of there. Yeah, they're shy. I better go or they won't come. Fucking birds. So, I got 2 rune stones out of that, and I am not opposed to this transaction. I know she speak of a 3rd one.
Attention, watchmen.
Yeah, I missed
This
this.
district is now considered a
Not near
highly
anyway.
protected area. Residents are to be escorted to adjacent
Okay,
neighborhoods
fuck,
or
I always get
delivered
on
for
edge in that
immediate
fucking
deportation
house.
to the flooded district. Remain in
I need to
position
upgrade
to
Blink
inform
so I can
upon
actually
personnel
blink
have
further.
completed the
'Cause
removal
this
of
shit
infected
is
bodies.
just not my cup of tea. Up and over.
Shut up.
He only asked a fucking question, dude. And that guy was having none of it. There is Galvani's offices. It is telling me to go in on the ground floor, but as you can see, there's 3 floors to choose from.
Yes, I really don't. They took my uncle's business over there. 7 strictures bullshit.
Don't be stupid. I've been watching how they operate. They're disciplined.
The City Watch owns these streets. That's not gonna change.
And now, despite how Granny Rags just does nothing for me, she has given us 2 runestones and promised a 3rd if all I do Kingspire feathers. They're only worth 10, but they were mentioned in Piero's request thing. the fucking denied request, really. I can go up there. Oh, there is one specific point. But if I did not mean to let go. But if I fuck that up, as I was about to say, it could really go badly. Okay, if I upgraded Blink, I can probably get up there, and I kind of like the idea of working from the top down. It's, almost. It's there somewhere. It is. There we go. Up and over. Sweet. Did not even need to upgrade Blink. That is looping back down towards the distillery. Tivian burial urns. Beautiful. Not sure if I can go into that building, but it looks like I can. I need to check that shit out later. Wow. Those guys are a riot. Okay. Let's check out Galvani's offices. Yeah, do it, dude. So there was a doctor here, and we should not expect to see a doctor still here, considering who told us about the doctor. Granny Rags' memory is a little bit hazy, like her sight and her face. But, you know, I'd never say that to her because she is fucking terrifying. Okay, I am in a pretty big fucking room. Rat Viscera. Only 30 meters away. Holy shit, if I speed running this, all I'd have to do is fucking run through that section out there, take out the fucking whale. I'll walk through the wall of light, come up here, grab that shit, after talking to her. You know what? I'm not gonna try to work it out. I do not do speedruns. Used to be you go out with a bag, a stick with a nail on the end, and catch as many rats as you could in a night. The City Watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone, and we got by. If we found a place where the rats were real bad, sometimes we hire a crew of street brats to work with us. The younger ones who didn't make trouble. We paid them with bread and apple cider. That sounds like a great pastime for a child. Once the plague came, the rats were different, meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You had to watch yourself. If you got cornered, they'd turn and the swarm would come back at you. Man, I had a terrible time with that. I barely got away with my skin a few times down in the sewers. The bites hurt afterwards, but it was the sounds they made that stayed in your dreams at night. It got more dangerous and the City Watch started paying better, but that didn't last long because after a while too many people had been stripped clean, trying to fill up a bag. One slip and they'd be all over you, gnawing and trying to chew down to the bone. That's how I lost my poor Benji. Ouch! That fucking shit sounds painful. Let's see what this has to say on the issue.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander Zoological Survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
What the fuck? Ah! Ugh. If ever anything needed to be smashed off the wall, it was that fucking thing. But at the same time, I don't want to throw shit around because there's people downstairs. The rat plague. For over a year, I've studied this cursed plague, collecting and dissecting rats by thousands. Given their rapid gestation and maturation cycle, it's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to plague, but to pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. The blood of rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town in the slums exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit a younger strain of plague. Could this mean that the rats were transported to slums in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research if nothing else. I'm living proof that Sokolov's elixir and Pierre's remedy are very effective at protecting against the plague if one consumes enough of the stuff. Yeah, and unfortunately, it sounds like that shit got very, very expensive, and nobody could afford it after a while. And let's be honest, let's be honest. Piero is living in the Hound Pits pub, and Sokolov is fucking somewhere.